Today I will be making my favorite, perfected throughout the year sandwich that I would go out and say is the best sandwich to ever exist. Let's roll! So this might seem just an ordinary sandwich, but it took me 15 years to perfect it. It all started in the summer of 1869. Actually, once when I was a kid, I went to a restaurant and ordered a club sandwich. I liked it so much, I tried to deconstruct it and recreate it at home. Then after some adjustments, I came up with this, in my opinion, quote-unquote, perfect sandwich. But okay, enough talking, let's get started. So, to start off, we will need bread. Not just any bread, but whole grain bread with a bunch of seeds in it, in this particular case at least. I would use plain white sandwich bread if I were you though. Okay, now let's of course not forget to toast both slices of bread. Otherwise it will get all soggy when we put our sauce on, and we don't want that. Now I always forget this, but not this time. While the bread is toasting, get your tea ready. Of course, you can use coffee, but for the perfect combo, I use black tea. I usually always forget to make it before I make the sandwich, and then I'm left with half brewed or just super hot tea, so we're making it right this time. Let it sit to brew and cool while we make the rest of the sandwich. Great, now let's start off with our main ingredients. First, it's ham. Slice up the ham as thin as you can. If you have, use a deli slicer. I love just a small, thin layer of ham on my sandwiches, and I'd suggest not overdoing it with yours too. It gets too salty sometimes and hides all the other beautiful flavors of the sandwich. Great, now let's pull out the cheese. For me, orange cheddar is the best cheese for a sandwich. Slice up some slices of that, and then get some tomatoes. For tomatoes, if possible, don't use store-bought regular tomatoes. They're bland and tasteless. Get some plum tomatoes like I did here, or for best results, use homegrown juicy tomatoes. But it has to be tomato season for that, so yeah. Now, let's get some pickles in this bitch.
Turn myself into a pickle, Morty! I'm pickle red!
I use dill pickles, and I use pretty small ones too. That way they fit perfectly on the sandwich. Now slice them lengthwise like so. Also, if you love pickles like me, get as much of them on the sandwich as you can. And now we're almost done. Get all the rest of the ingredients out, which is just a couple of iceberg leaves and Dijon mustard with mayonnaise. Now, I don't know about y'all, but in my humble opinion, iceberg lettuce is literally the best lettuce there is. It's super juicy, stays fresh in the fridge for ages, and has a crunch like no other lettuce. Also, it tastes kinda dope. I mean, it doesn't have any taste at all, almost. Anyway, enough about iceberg lettuce. Now it's time for assembly. First, mayo one slice of the bread. Then, on the other slice, add some Dijonaise. To make Dijonaise, just add about half a tablespoon of mayonnaise with half a teaspoon of mustard. I like to Dijonaise only one slice of bread since my Dijon mustard is pretty tangy. If yours is not, you can Dijonaise both slices of bread. It works fine also. Now add some slices of ham. Again, I use just a thin layer of ham because I don't want it to be too dominating. Then, all we will need to do is add the cheddar cheese and melt it somehow. For me, I use a microwave. Now please, don't put the bread on the plate and make it soggy at the bottom. Use a wire rack like I did here at least. Or use a kitchen torch to melt the cheddar cheese if you have it. Now, while the cheese is melting, let's finish adding our final ingredients. On the Dijonaised, that can be a word, slice of the bread, let's add our beautiful pickles. AKA pickled cucumber, the best pickled vegetable known to mankind. The cheese is melted, so then we add iceberg lettuce and tomatoes, and now all that is left to do is... Wait. Almost forgot the most important step. Salt the goddamn tomatoes. Sorry for screaming. This is pretty important. Just a little salt goes a long way. Don't make the cooking gods mad.
Vikram, can you hand me the camera real quick? I'm gonna be real nice. Hey, enough is enough. I told you to salt your tomatoes where you put on a goddamn sandwich. You can't even taste it. It's diluting all of the flavor of everything that you're eating. This is a hack. You might think, oh, it's a technique. No, it's a hack because it makes your sandwich taste 10 times better. Your watery tomato sandwich. Please, season them with salt first, on both sides. Now it can go in a sandwich.
Oh God. Now, just combine the two halves into a perfection, that is, the sandwich. Now, of course, let's do a cross section and look at those beautiful layers inside. God, while writing the script, my mouth started watering. Hey, Andy editing here. My mouth is watering again while editing this video too. Back to the video. Just look at this stuff, and it tastes perfect. Also, let's not forget to sip some of that lukewarm tea that has been sitting for 2 hours while I was filming this video, and literally perfection. My mouth is watering while recording this voiceover. I wish I could just go and make it right now. Actually, I will. Peace.